Yo, welcome to the Wild That's Crazy podcast. And before we start, before I even introduce everybody, I do want to say thank you. I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing, which has probably only been one of you motherfuckers, but we need more. I want to thank everybody for the views, the likes, the sharing, the conversations. I want to thank everybody, all of our friends, family, whoever that's just been watching, checking it out, passing along. I want to thank all you guys, and please continue to please subscribe. If you fuck with any of us, please subscribe. Please share, talk about, comment. Let us all know what you think of the show. Give us your honest opinion. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys so much.
Now, before we start, I gotta go on my little own rant. I'm gonna ask everybody how their day was going after I do this. But before, it is so important for me now to talk about business. And I'm here with all of you, and I want to discuss business because you motherfuckers know who you are that's been hitting me about this Joe Budden stuff. And just because Joe is my guy, and I do mess with Joe, I don't do business like that. Nigel know, all of you guys know the way I do business. We haven't got there yet, but the way I am about business is totally different from anything that Joe has done, allegedly, or whatever, that anything, I don't move like that. So on this episode, I just want to talk about business. The way I handle business is being fair to my friends. When I say I love you guys, you, and you, I honestly do love you guys. When I say I want you to be a movie star, you to be a mogul, you to be a star, and me to be the podcast media giant, I really mean that. So when I say this shit, I care about everything. I care about your family, and your family, and I care about y'all. I care about y'all to be in the best versions that y'all can be. That's all that matters to me. I don't just look at people I don't look at so-called friends. You guys are my family now. Y'all are my responsibility. Y'all are my partners. So when I say I love y'all, I respect y'all, I want the best for y'all, that's me saying I will help you move in the morning. I will bury that body. I will do whatever I gotta do to make sure y'all are straight. That's what I mean by business and being fair and being honest. So in this episode, we gonna talk about business. We gonna talk about how I do business, how we gonna do business, and how business should be done the real way. So this is what this episode is about. So if you're a janky, shady motherfucker, you might not want to watch this episode because I honestly care about.
Don't be shady watching because you ain't gonna like it.
I only care about being fair to my friends. So before I introduce them, I just want to state that very clear. Joe is my guy. I don't believe in the business practices, allegedly, or whatever he doing. I care about being fair to my friends because my friends, my business partners are like family. And I look at them as family. So that means a lot to me. My word is everything. My legacy is everything. That shit means the world to me. If I die tomorrow, what really matters to me is being a stand-up guy. What really matters is Nigel saying I was there for him. Kiana saying I was there for her. Misha saying I did anything to help her. That's what matters to me, being authentic, being real, being honest. So in this episode, it's all about business. And I'm going to just explain real quick about how our business go. And I'll let everybody say their part. And I'll talk about how everybody's week spent. So to me, the way we do business is anything that say, wow, that's crazy, we split 4 ways. It's not James started this, James thought of it, James paid for it. It's 4 ways because I love these guys. They give me their time, they give me their effort, they definitely give me their opinions. So I appreciate it.
Anytime, because y'all know I don't come out to share.
Time is everything
Yes.
to me. And if you young and think time ain't priceless, you a fucking fool. I love being with my dog and my family.
Okay.
This is important to me. This is our job. This is our business. I care about all these guys. So when I give somebody my time, that's giving them my love. So the way we do things is 4 ways. We share, we communicate, we talk. That is business for me. It's splitting something we all work hard for and dedicate our time, our energy, and time away from our families, our dogs, our acting, and our music.
And my reading.
And your
And
reading.
my relaxation.
Yes.
Like you said, your family,
And my
your
beauty
kids, and
rest.
everything.
So that is everything. I love being at the house with my dog and my girl and my kids. That's everything to me. My family is everything. My motto is God, family, and friends. I stand by that. I believe in that. So business to me is sharing with the people you break bread with, the people you celebrate. It's not being selfish or greedy. I don't give a fuck if I make a percentage more than Misha. I don't give a fuck if I do this more than Nigel. I believe in sharing and creating other avenues of income myself if I want more. Not taking away from something we all worked hard for.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I'm going to leave it at that. But business is, to me, meant to be shared and talked about and discussed with your family. So, guys, Misha, how have your week been?
Stressful. Very stressful. And
Okay.
triggering.
Okay. You want to discuss that?
Want to discuss
Because
it?
we want you to discuss that.
Triggering. So that
We
means,
want all our honesty.
so that means any little thing.
Anything.
Went off this week
was-
about any, you weren't having it.
Very irritable. I love my job. I have really no complaints, but my job is so new. Everybody is so new, and I liked it because it was like nobody got that big dog status like I've been here, So I like that aspect of it. But and I also said this. I told my mom. I said when something hit the fan and ain't nobody gonna know what to do, it's going to irritate me.
Mm-hmm.
So shit hit the fan yesterday, and nobody knew what to do. So I'm on the phone with customers, and I'm like, I don't know how to help them. And it's making me have anxiety, and it's pissing me off because I don't know what to tell this person. This person's already not feeling good. They're dealing with their kid, and I'm like, I'm making their day worse. So that really triggered my anxiety because I feel like I'm being helpless and I'm being annoying. Then some other stuff had happened with that triggered me internally because I know I have a real bad demon of being lazy. I'm trying to shake the motherfucker, but he just gonna leave me.
I'm procrastinating.
And it kind of got to me this week because I'm like, I'm just kind of like ready to give up on everything. And like even my reading, my acting, my writing. And oh shoot.
It's all right.
No, don't give up.
Sorry.
And I was just I'm okay though. I'm okay because
It's okay, let it
It's
out.
all right.
I talked to my real close friend, and like I was just telling her like it's annoying because I take 2 steps forward, I get like 10 steps back, and me being a Pisces, I'm overly emotional, and I'm just like fuck it, I can't do it. Like
But you
fuck
ain't
it.
giving up though.
Yeah.
But-
You're gonna go even harder because let me
Yes.
tell you, I'd have been through hell and back literally on a steamboat. And I take every L and turn it up. Because that's why I'm so strong. And let me tell you, every day ain't easy for me. I don't care if I look good, how good I may be looking, hair, or whatever. Some days I be having some fucked up days. But what I do understand is every time that you're breathing, you're here, that's a chance to get it over and do it
Yeah.
over and get it right. And
And
keep
every
going.
time I get like that, God always sends me a message and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, God,
Yeah,
I
it's
hear
okay,
you.
you're human.
And then the next day, I'm like, damn, all these other ideas just came to me back and back and back. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going.
Keep going.
I'm going to keep striving. The devil going to keep working. He's trying to do it. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep fighting because I know I was sitting here to do something extraordinary. I know it. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. So I'm just going to do it. But I'm all right, y'all.
I'm a Virgo. I'm an overthinker. I procrastinate. I do all types of stuff. So when I sent y'all that text, that's me slapping myself on the back of the head, say, let's get started. So I understand everything you're going through, and I go through it. I got to push myself. There's times I don't want to do nothing, or I feel like I'm behind. And I know I just got to give myself that extra push. So it's not just you, honestly. Me and Nigel talk about it all the time about how we need to go harder or what we need to do. So it's not just you.
Like I said, I had some days where I just be like, I feel like I don't know what it is, but I'm just not maybe where I want to be, or I'm just not happy. I might just be feeling, but that's okay, because you know what? That's the cycle of life. Life is a spinning wheel. You ain't ever gonna have just a span where you're just gonna be just perfect. Even when you think something is good, it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Yes, and that don't make you know.
It's like I always call it you're building your
Always critiquing
portfolio of life
yourself.
for yourself. So it's like a portfolio. You're building it. Each struggle, each accomplishment, each goal that you bust down, everything.
That's what you
The
gotta
people
do.
that come
One
into
ship
your
at a
life, the
time.
people that leave your life, it's a portfolio that you're building. It's your own resume of your life.
And another thing that was just getting to me is like, I'm a strong person. I can take everything, and I just keep going. I even witnessed like being I ain't gonna say a victim because I feel like that word is just so strong. Racism just yesterday. I just walked into this fucking store and I just wanted to see what was in here, and the lady was just so rude, and it was another white lady in there, and the worker looked at me. She said hi. I'm like, hey, what's up? And then goes to the other lady and was just like, oh, hi, what's your name? Because I normally know all of my customers, especially my regulars.
Oh, so yeah.
I'm like,
Discrimination.
what the fuck?
What you doing?
I just left. I just want, because it was across the street from my job. I just wanted to see what was in there. I thought like maybe it was just something I could get from my house or whatever. But I'm just like, sometimes I just be tired of being strong. Like I'm over it. But I just keep
Take a
going.
seat at the table with me. That's like I said.
That's all I know in my
That's all I
family.
know. I had this where I go into hibernation where I shut myself down from my mom. Well, I can't really shut my family out, but you know, I kind of go around like I may not talk to them as much because I need that time to build myself back up. Because I be going, like I said, you're human. You're human. You're going through something. And it's the cycle of life.
I'll tell you what someone told me, because I had something similar, and my wife had told me. She said, you know, you got to look at it as the more adversity you come to, lets you know that you're at the end of something, and something's greater on the opposite end. So you have to continuously fight through that. Don't ever give up on it, because the moment you give up, you get discouraged and you walk away from it, you might actually miss the blessing that's coming on the opposite end.
Yeah. And if it feel hard, that means you're supposed to work your way to it.
Yeah.
Because I do all types of shit I'm not comfortable with, I don't like, but I know in order to get to this level, I have to do certain things that I don't want to do. And I'm willing to do that.
And then you're a growing person.
Yeah.
So each day you're learning something, and you're learning something about yourself. So you're growing in that aspect. So don't ever feel like, I know it gets overwhelming because I get anxiety. So it gets overwhelming, but stepping away, take a step back and realize it's like, all right. I'm learning something new. I'm learning how to put this over here in this, at this section, and you're learning your triggers. You're learning your habits, your triggers, what moves you, what makes you move, what alienates you, and so on and so forth. Because we, at 29, at 37, at 41, we still learning. For me personally, I tell my daughter this, and I tell anybody, the day that I feel like I don't learn anymore is the day that I will be deceased.
Yeah.
Because every day is something new that I learn.
Yeah.
And you should take that, and that should strive, and that should make you want to go, and you be like, okay, bam, I learned this. Okay, like the shit you was saying there, talking about at work, when there was no structure, yeah, that'll alienate, that will fuck anybody.
Man, me the worst.
Yeah, but
once you
I
make me
will
feel out of
say-
comfort, I'm mad.
I will say that it did drive me to do something different. Like today, I said, you know what, I'm gonna just teach my fucking self. So today, and I just said, you know what, every day I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna look on this drive, I'm gonna look up this shit, I'm gonna read it myself, and I'm gonna figure this
That's
shit
what
out
I would
myself.
do.
Because
So now
it's
I'm
like,
more
I want to be helpful. I don't want to ever be in a position like that again, because it makes me feel stupid.
Same
It makes
way.
me feel stupid.
Same way.
And I've been just thinking about like my inner peace. Like I just told my little sister, because she was just like, you know, I'm only 19, like Misha, you done lived this. I said, sister, I'm alive, but baby, I'm not living.
Right.
You know, so I can tell you that. I said, I might be 29. I've been on this earth 29 years, but I am not living. And I'm just like, I feel like what I just really need to do is just slow down.
Yeah.
Take a breath, take a minute, and
Take
just
a
take
breath. Get your
and
first
out of the
figure
plan.
it out. and just realize like everything is not gonna happen
Yeah.
overnight. You only 29, 30s is
Yeah.
not the end all be all.
I don't know if you remember, I told you this like a few weeks ago. It's just something about when you get to that 30-ish.
No,
Once you get like 35,
it's-
and you say if you still like myself, I don't have any kids yet. I'm 30 so girl, I can't tell you the shit that's going in my man. I'm thinking about fertility stuff. I'm thinking about everything and what I'm putting in my body, what I'm doing, my mental, because I want to be a mother and I know I'm already at a geriatric status. So it's what it is. So you're gonna go through those because you're a woman. We're raised, or I think it's just our mind. We think we're supposed to be married by a certain time, have kids by a certain time.
We do.
And I'm sorry, in this day and age, relationships and things takes time.
It's
it
a
takes
saying.
time.
It's a saying. You ever want to hear God laugh? Tell him you're
Tell him you're
playing.
playing.
Tell me your plan.
I hear that all the time.
For God to laugh.
Life is about
He laugh at me every day.
So he be rolling.
Hey, he be
This is
rolling. Be
right.
like this.
Like this
See
is
what I
right.
This
learned?
nigga
Life
right
is
here.
about adjustment.
Yeah.
It is.
It's about figuring it out on the fly and hurrying up and taking a deep breath, like Kiana said, taking a deep breath, taking a step back and say, okay, I went through this. This how I'm gonna do it. That's all it is.
But you got to learn from it. Learn
You got
from
to, and you got to figure out how you gonna win.
And then to
it. Oh,
make
you
sure
all right.
you're gonna be all right.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I want to hug.
Come on, give her a hug.
Give a hug. We two beautiful black women, girl. You got this. You're gonna be all right. Trust me, you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be just fine, girl. You got black girl magic. You ain't got nothing else. You got that. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Yeah, and it's just life is a spinning wheel, and I say all the stuff I be thinking about. I have stuff every day. can just be at home. I work from home. I be at home just thinking about stuff off the book. I've been going through it, I just be thinking, and we're all human, and as long as you're going through those emotions, that means you want more and better.
You
for
want more and
yourself.
better for
You're
yourself.
not complacent with being stagnant or just
Yeah.
comfortable with what you're doing. Yeah.
What's that LeBron commercial he just released? The Mountain Dew one with Rise, and I know that's a shameless plug with Rise when he said, "I would have still been LeBron James, but I would have been LeBron James, head of salsa class or some shit like that."
I ain't see that one.
It's a great commercial, and it's telling you that in order to separate yourself, in order to be great, you have to actually sacrifice and do things that others are unwilling to do.
And that's the thing,
You know what
people
I'm
don't understand. We gotta do certain stuff we don't want to do, or certain stuff we not comfortable with, certain stuff we insecure with, certain stuff that is just like, oh, it's like pulling nails.
Yeah.
Like doing all this, to be honest, is difficult for me because I'm used to my weekends being with my family. I'm used to it's going to church, it's chilling with my girls, chilling with my sons, chilling with my dog, and just watching sports and just chilling before Monday start. But it's just like, I know I want to be great, and I know we all good at this, and I know I'm passionate about this, so I gotta do certain stuff and have conversations that I'm uncomfortable with having at times to get us all on the same page and do what I know that will help us. Because there's nothing like seeing a finish line and us getting there and us saying, damn, Nigel did what he said he was gonna do. Misha said what she was gonna do. Kiana said she was gonna do. I did what I said it, and this brand's still going. So whether y'all here or not, I'm still gonna be this nigga sitting here doing this and pushing. And whenever y'all want to be guests, y'all come on. We doing it. But it just y'all brands and y'all growth is what matter to me. It's not about me being selfish saying I want to keep Nigel here and not be the music mogul. I want to keep Misha right here and not being the Oscar winner. I don't want to do that. I want y'all to reach y'all potential, and I want all of us to reach our potential. But I know it's stuff bigger for us. But this is going to be here. This is going to continue to help our culture, help our kids and our kids' kids, because this is important to me and it's my life's order. So I'm passionate about it. So when I see y'all these texts and I tell y'all I love y'all and I tell y'all certain stuff, I really mean that. I'm not mad if you got to do something you got to do, or you got to do something you got to do. Whatever makes y'all be better people and y'all successful is what I care about. I'm not selfish because I depend on myself.
Yep.
So it's one of them things where I know I'm talented. I know you talented as hell. I know you talented as hell. I know you talented as hell. But it's all about what's going to make our families be what we want our families to be. So, Nigel, how was your week?
My week was cool, man. It was probably the most boring week I've had in a long
I
time.
wish I had a boring.
I'm gonna say I'm starting to learn boring is good.
Boring is good as hell.
No,
When you can say boring, you winning.
No,
Yeah,
so
it's
what
peaceful.
I'm saying in that, I enjoyed it. Like I said, COVID had shut down a lot of the things that we was doing music wise. So people, please wear your mask.
Please wear your mask.
Wash your
Sorry
hands.
to hear
Do
that.
all that
Don't
other,
ease
do
up.
everything you need to do to take those restraints. I got a funeral tomorrow. Let me take the time out to say, rest in heaven to John. I mean, you just wasn't a father figure. You was an uncle. You was a brother, a cousin to many, including myself. You will be gone, but you will never be forgotten. So had that, but it was boring. And when
Rest in
I,
heaven, John. Rest in
Rest in
heaven.
heaven, John.
Rest in heaven.
Condolences out to the
Condolences to
family.
the family. Prayers with you guys.
and so what I took from this week was, I said, you know what? It's crazy. I'm bored as hell, but I had prayed for days to where I won't be bored.
Yeah, me too.
And so the inactivity took me back to the time I was like, damn, I want to be busy. Now I can't control what COVID do, but I do know I have things in place that where I'm not like, all right, yeah, I'm bored. I don't have shit to do. So I got a lot of shit done and accomplished that I probably wouldn't have got done, maybe past tense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because things were set in place. But like I said, it was just boring. It was boring, but it was a good boring because the storm is coming. So you gotta prepare your mind in order to go into the eye of the storm.
What about you?
What about you, Kiana?
For me, I just been strategizing, thinking about things I want to do for my future. You know, I'm at a point where I'm at a certain age. I feel like I'm ready to move towards things that I want. So I'm all about mental health. So anything that causes havoc or stress or disruption in my life, I'm just not dealing with it at this point. So that's just my daily anyway.
I just told my daughter
Yeah.
what you just said. I said anything that causes distraction, disruption, or anything, I remove myself from
Yeah.
the situation
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
I would,
Like
I'll
I'm
give up.
not even entertaining it because
Yeah.
one thing I don't have to do is the one thing about being an adult is you pick and choose who you want to be bothered with.
Mhm.
You control who comes in and out of your space, your time, who you give your attention to. So if you're negative, whatever, I got petty in me. I can be petty. I can be the pettiest of them all, but I just feel like I don't have time for that because it's taking me away from the things that is important. So I'm in my zone right now. So I'm in the zone. I got tunnel vision. I'm trying to get things together for my future, for what I see for myself as a woman, as a mom, a wife. You know, those are the things that I want. So I'm getting myself mentally prepared because one thing I'm not very religious, but I'm a very spiritual person.
yeah,
So when God talks to me and I feel certain things because He's telling me, like, you know.
Mm-hmm. You're
Well,
listening.
yeah, I'm
listening
listening.
to the
I got
signs
you,
that
you know?
get,
Yeah, so I've been praying. I've been, and I'm very. One thing about me is when I want something, I ain't settling.
Yeah.
And I ain't going for it. I ain't gonna take it however I can get it. I'm gonna get what I want. I ain't saying it's gonna be. It may not be exactly what I want, but it's
But
gonna
be
have
damn
me.
near. Yeah, it's gonna be
Exactly.
damn near close to.
I don't have a problem with waiting out and taking what they say, play the long game. I play the long game,
I'ma
and
tell
I've
you,
always been the person that plays the long
Patience
game.
is not
Yeah.
my biggest strength. I on some real
Patience
shit.
help me win, though.
No, it do.
Yeah.
But it's not because I'll ask each and every last one of you this, and y'all can actually speak on this. And before, my bad, James. Before I get
No, go ahead. Take your
But-
time, man. Get your shit up.
patience, the shit with patience is you see it one way in your head and you visualize it and you have it so much in your head to where you like, yo, I don't have the time. What do I need to do to get from fucking A, not to Z, but from A to G? If I can do this process in a span of 15 to 10, 20 minutes, A to G, what's gonna get me there? And then it's like, nah, you really can't go from A to G. You really gotta go B, C, D,
Yeah, you
E,
gotta go
F.
to court.
You know what
gotta
I'm
stay
saying?
the course.
And it fuck for me. It fucks me up because I'm like, no, I visualize it. So then, what I'm learning is to actually have patience, not just with myself. And the patience is not with myself. It's with have patience with others.
Those around you.
And so that's the biggest thing, and that's the biggest lesson that's being taught to me. I have to actually be patient with the people around me. It's not me because I can do this.
And have uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
You got to.
And then that's what I said for me. I've been in my zone. You know, when I say my zone, I'm focused on the things that I need to do to make me a better person first. Because if I'm not my best, I can't be any good or useful to anyone else that I care about. So that's mental health is very, very important to me. Because if I feel like shit, you're not getting none out of me, and that's it. I ain't explaining it to you. It's just what it is.
Shout out to Denise. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Shout out to Denise. I don't know who you are, but shout out to you. He said it, I agree with it.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. It's all about that mental peace, and just sometimes, like I said, you have to sit still and let things materialize. Yeah, so that's all. I don't have anything exciting. I've just been focused. It's exciting to me because it's my life. But I just feel like I'm at a space where I'm just really, I got my feet down and I ain't letting up until I get what I want.
10 toes down and you about to get
Absolutely. Hell yeah, I'm getting it. I'm here for it. I've listened. I want all that's new to me, and I'm coming for it. I'm here. I'm going to receive it, and I just want to live in my purpose and just be good to people, and just I just want the universe to give me back what it owes me. Because I know what I've been getting out in the universe. I believe in putting out into the.
I'm gonna clap it out.
Yeah.
I agree. Give me what you owe me. All this real stuff.
Yeah,
so many
I've been dedicated. I've been real. I've been down for people that ain't been down for me. I done had people do me all kind of ways. And the people that think I don't know what y'all be doing, I know because I always know.
We always
know.
I know.
Do stuff and they think you don't know. I just don't say nothing. I just don't say nothing. And I always been a supportive person. And I'm like, the universe gonna give me back what and this is such thing as karma. The universe it's time for me to reap.
Karma is real.
Yeah, good karma is real too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so and it's like I said, I'm not a religious person, but I believe in a higher power, and I know I'm highly favored by him. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Glad you said him.
How was your week, Ace?
You ain't wait all the way.
Listen,
I know. I'm the same way.
Yes,
It can be a motherfucking bisexual.
Yeah,
As long as you blessing me.
Yes,
Side note, but my week been crazy, and it's just been. It's like Nigel said, like it's one of them. When you want a different life and you want to be this way, you got to deal with uncomfortable situations. I deal with a lot of uncomfortable situations with family, with friends, with my baby. It's just been crazy. And it's just been my dog that had an attitude this week. Like, I've been dealing with it.
You know?
The dog wanted dick. Look, quick story. He a male. My dog had an attitude. He got mad. I had to kind of put him on punishment this week.
What they do?
I took him outside. I think it was the day I was off. Yeah, I was off this day. I took him outside. Okay, let's wrap it up. I think it was rain. It might have been raining or it might have been just cold. Took him outside, used the bathroom. Come on, man, use the bathroom. He go for that 20-minute pee. So I'm like, okay, let's wrap it up. So I'm thinking he good. And then usually when I bring him in the house, I just let him run in the basement. He run in the basement. He runs over in the corner. I knew something was up when he did that. He shitted all over in the corner.
But you know what, James? And just to get off talking really quick, because I'm all about the animals. I love dogs.
What do that mean?
To be honest, you're wrong. We're wrong as humans because they should be outside. They're cooped up in a house. They're animals.
He been outside.
But we get to go and use our bag, take our restroom breaks when we want to.
So when I wait 10 minutes for you to use the bathroom.
I do the same thing with Spike. We do the same thing.
I'm supposed to wait 10 minutes
Yes,
he couldn't have shit it outside?
Well, you gotta give him that time. You gotta make that time. Yeah, that's not fair to him. And then you want to chastise him because he poop in the house? What else he supposed to do with that? You brought him back in before he can get his shit out.
It take you 10 minutes to shit.
When you go to the bathroom, you ain't telling me, you ain't got nobody telling you how you gotta take your shit.
It don't take you 10 minutes to shit.
Hey,
So I got
to wrap it up.
Be in there on the phone and take it with me.
On the phone.
So I was wrong. So you had.
I've done. Yes.
So you be out there past the time you like wrap it up.
I was over my brother's house and his dog peed at the door before he was. I'm like, why are you whooping him? Like you have to teach it. Like he's in a house. You got this dog in a house and you're mad because he.
Look, my dog been out earlier for 2 hours.
But they hold you for so long. But they want. Sometimes dogs do. They want to go out and play. It's nice outside.
It was at night.
It don't matter. You will be upset too if you cooped up and everything outside.
I'm an asshole.
No. I feel what you said.
I feel what you said. We're taking them out. They're really supposed to be.
So I owe their apology?
Yes, you do.
Go get him a
abandon the pet?
Yes, and
I did not abandon my pet.
yeah, take him
What happened to your
on.
dog?
Actually, that wasn't my dog. That was my cousin's dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
well,
owe him
my
an
apologies.
apology and a little snack or
There,
something.
I'm
It's
not
all
sorry.
good.
Nigga,
Yes.
I love you,
apologize
Bear.
for him there.
No,
Yeah,
Bear.
sorry.
Bear, wrap it up.
Dogs be stressed out till they dealing with us. Crazy as him.
I'm about to say, dogs are
They your
human.
animal dealing with your crazy shit that you going through. They be like they have anxiety too.
Dogs are
Yes.
humans.
I didn't mean to
They
turn
have
it into a
feelings.
Peter rant.
Well, you know I'm all about the animals. And
I
the
am
dogs.
too, but wrap it up.
Y'all just be mean. I don't like that. Don't stop whooping them because they pissing and shit.
I didn't whoop
Stay
them.
out. We put them on punishment.
Yeah.
What you
That's
do?
still
Put them in the
unfair.
crate?
What he
Yeah,
can't.
put him in the cage.
Don't and stop putting these
Put him in the
dogs in
cage.
these kennels. Stop. What if you got locked up because you done took a shit or a piss? That would be mad.
No, the police will lock your ass up. Take your shit outside.
You get this shit any way you want to.
No, y'all
Police
don't
will.
but
They will
seriously,
lock your black
I
ass
don't
up.
like that.
I don't got that little cute sit on the couch dog.
You think
My dog is a bulldog, a
He's
American
in every
bulldog.
corner of my apartment on the wall, and he lift his leg up when he pissed. You know how pissed off I used to be at
I'm
him?
glad you going this way because I got a response to you, nigga.
Mhm. What?
Where Spike live now?
Well, he lives with my family. He lives with my
Hey.
family. He lives with my family in a house where they can let him out in that big backyard. And we
Spike
have-
got put out.
No, he didn't get put out.
No, I know.
No,
You
because
I'm messing with you.
no,
I'm
the reason
joking.
why house spike ended up with my family is because when me and my ex broke up, I was like gone all day. He was pooping and pooping at the door because he was pissed. And this dog was literally like the last time he stayed with me, he cussed me out the whole night. He sat at the edge of the bed and he was so mad he would poop at the door. So I was like, I felt bad because I'm like, I'm newly single. I'm about to live. I'm supposed to be over here with Spike. I used to take him to my brother and let my brother watch my mom. Like, just leave him here. I'm like, oh, you ain't saying nothing but a word because that was my plan anyway. So yeah, I still do for him. I take him to the vet. I still take care of him and do stuff. I split the bill
But
and
he
everything.
just lives over.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
don't want to
Yo,
deal with me.
we
I
good.
tried when my family went out of town. Everybody was out of town, but me. I had when it got Spike. He didn't want to stay with me. He was at the door barking because he wanted the hell out of there. He got this house, this big house that he in with a backyard. He want to jump. He want to play. Like he don't want to be with
That's
me.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. My dog don't got the gate. He got a backyard, but it's like
No, you
you
got-
outside for 2-3
He got a whole
hours.
big ass back.
Yeah.
He got everywhere to run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spike run around, but he don't want to live with me. He like, no, girl, you be out, but he don't know that
You do.
I'm settled now. I be in the house, like I ain't hanging out and doing all that. But I'm sorry, I was looking to end my social time because Spike was at the house. No, but
No.
I see that.
Dogs are people.
So I made a better conscious decision to take him to a house where it's always
give
somebody
up your
here
kid.
with people that he's familiar with because he knew my family.
get it, I get it, but
he
Spike-
trust me. He ain't mad at all. He
No,
ain't
I
tripping
know.
on me. He like
Spike
"Nah."
gotta do what was best for Spike.
For Spike. Yeah,
Dogs
so yeah.
are people. They
They
know what
are.
they
They have
be doing.
feelings.
No, I know they
They
do
have
shit.
attitude
But now dog is
problems.
like me. He an asshole.
Dog-
He do
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, well, you just gotta take him out a little longer. Like, just let him,
He was out for 3 hours. He got a piece of shit. And I gave you, we gave you potatoes and all this
Well,
shit.
y'all gotta stop
Yeah, but
giving
they could have been a
potatoes.
little girl back there or something.
He might have
Oh,
a
man. Wrap it up. It's raining, it's cold. Poop and get it on.
If you have a dog, you gotta make that sacrifice.
Yeah, but like my
Just like
week
the kid.
before we got on this dog rant, Peter, the person who kicked the dog.
I did not kick him out.
I'm just playing. He just had to go live with somewhere else.
She evicted Spike.
I had to give him very
Listen, I had to make a conscious. He was pooping at the door. When I would open the door, it would be shit at the door.
The same person who kicked the dog out.
I ain't kick him out. I just let him know.
You
he was
evicted
moving.
him.
Yes, you are no longer
Yeah,
welcome here.
No, he always welcome with me. As
I'm joking.
No, like
I know.
seriously, little dogs like that, you can't leave them in the house by themselves.
Mm.
They be he
No, I know they bite
They
shit,
be boom.
shit up.
Like he was mad tripping on me.
That's how it is.
But the week was crazy, and it was just work was work. Dealing with corny people that be extra or just be doing crazy stuff. And I want to sell. Oh, before everything, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to one person I
Oh,
forgot.
you forgot something?
Paula, I love you. Happy Mother's Day. I
Happy Mother's
appreciate
Day,
you
Paula.
in
Happy
Buffalo.
Mother's Day.
Even though Buffalo ain't the greatest place ever, but y'all love it.
Buffalo,
Y'all
New York.
city. I love Buffalo. Oh.
Woo, woo.
My dress
That's
is
Buffalo. That's
colorful.
New York telling you
See,
something.
I shouldn't say that about Buffalo.
Buffalo, he apologized.
No, Buffalo, I don't apologize. I love y'all.
What was
but-
wrong? I've never been.
No, I love Buffalo.
Okay.
I don't got nothing against Buffalo.
Okay.
It's just I talk shit about them. They try to dog our city like our
Oh,
city
Detroit,
ain't
like
shit.
we ain't shit.
Yeah, they really think we less than them and shit
Buffalo,
like
New
that.
York?
They really think they city is lit and we a whack ass city.
Detroit
Really?
was the state on
No, I promise you.
So
If
they
you
say-
go there, it look like Brightmouth, but they think that our city. They watch the news.
Everybody.
I heard West
No,
I heard
think
West
about it.
Side
When you go to
good.
any city, they be like, "Oh, you in Detroit?"
Yes.
I'm like, "Have you
I
ever
heard
been to
West
Detroit?"
Side, West Side and Conway has said Detroit was like cousins of Buffalo or
No, people
yeah.
fuck with it, but it's
Okay.
just like to them. Some of my family that had never been here, they think it's like they read the news, so
No.
they don't know it's what it is.
Buffalo got a lot of killings too.
Yeah, Buffalo crime is crazy. It's like
Everywhere
Brightmouth.
got crime.
Right.
Everywhere.
For some reason, they just broadcast our shit more.
But we
Yeah.
don't know.
Nah, that's because we here. No,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When you go to other states, you live there, they broadcast they shit just as much.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's just like because my homegirl, she said she wants to move out of Detroit. She wanted to move to suburbs because that stuff happened up there. And I saw her girl. I'm pretty
I live in the
sure.
burbs. Nah, that's a lie.
I'm about to say, girl, I'm pretty sure there's a couple Becky's that's missing.
Nah,
It's just not
yeah,
broadcast.
that's a
Let
lie.
me tell you something. I live
You be fucking
in
around
this
sitting
point
next
where
to
I
the
live
meth
at, you
house.
can hear a pin drop at night. But I lock the fort. This time, because you ain't coming up in here on me. I always think
Yeah.
some creepy ass man outside. Someone looking. Because they, people be watching, girl. I'm scared anyway. I don't play. No. Suburbs or not. I don't care if I'm in the city or the suburbs. There's creepy ass shit going on everywhere.
What I want to celebrate too is something I haven't told y'all that I'm happy about. I just really told all
I
my
already
family.
know.
You know, but I
already
just had to tell everybody I'm having a baby.
Congratulations.
Pray for a girl. Pray for a girl.
Congratulations, everybody.
Pray for a girl, please. If I do get a boy, nigga, I'm gonna be so hard on you. You better be this fucking LeBron.
All
But
right now. All
pray
the
for a
babies
girl.
coming. This is 2021.
But-
This is a fruitful year.
yeah,
It
It's a very fruitful
It
year.
is.
Okay,
It's a lot of
yeah.
but hey, nothing is lit.
I feel it.
We coming, bro. We lit.
I feel it.
Nut. If this is your woman, nut.
Ring,
Shoot the
ring,
club up,
ring.
nigga. Shoot the club up, nigga. Shoot
I
the
got
club
a ring on
up.
my finger
I
first.
do.
I can honestly say, I want somebody to wife these amazing women, give them rings, give them babies,
No,
be real
Babies.
fruitful.
Hey,
Babies. I want girl boy.
That's
I want a girl boy.
That's
Two,
a girl.
two at
You gotta
minimum.
get
Two at
two.
minimum.
Baby.
So, what you want, just a girl? You want a
I want a
boy?
healthy baby. I don't care.
I
You
want
don't
a
care
little
what you want. Which one you care?
I want a little
I want a healthy.
No, that's how I was
I
at
don't care.
first.
This
Now I got
one-
two boys. I want a girl. I gotta have a girl.
I don't have any yet. So
No, my
I
daughter
take a
makes me
healthy
want to have a boy. I ain't
So
gonna lie.
if you,
Yeah, but see,
with the
right
next
now,
one, you want a
yeah.
boy, right?
Yeah.
And you,
I want a boy. I want a little.
Nah, I ain't gonna
girl?
lie. I'm gonna tell you, I want twins, bro. I really want
For real?
twins. I want twins.
man, I ain't gonna lie. If I had twins, I would.
I want twins.
It's
I ain't
lit.
gonna lie.
It's two of them. I got two baby seats in the back.
I mean, I
I
can do
want twins.
twins Oreo too at one time. There you go. If
I
Man,
want
if
twins.
it
twins,
don't
I
happen
know,
that way,
man. I
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
have one.
change two
I'm
diapers.
saying, I'm
But I got them in my family though, and it's like,
It
man,
runs
I don't
on my
want.
family too, and I'm trying to see if it runs on my wife's family. But I really
Yeah.
want twins.
You want
I-
twins?
I
Do
do.
you matter what sex they both are? Or you don't care.
They always want something because they ain't got to carry them.
If I had a preference, I would take a boy and a girl. But
Oh.
I would, like Kiana said, I would take a healthy baby. Just
That's all that
That's all
really
I care
matters.
about is
Because don't get me wrong, if I gotta have a boy, I have a boy. The first two, I really didn't care. I wasn't saying, "Oh, this is snap." But now it's like I kind of want a girl because I want, I want to do some of that girl stuff.
The girls humble you. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
and I
lie,
want
they
to do that
humble you.
daddy daughter dance
Yeah,
shit. I be
they-
seeing
they
how you be a
so
good
cute.
dad.
Yeah.
I want to see that. Like I really want to be. I want to give her that energy and see how she take that, how she respond. Because I know my kids, and I know how I give them stuff. But I look at it like they strong. I want to see if this works with a girl,
Mhm.
and I know I want to be vulnerable. And I want to have the conversations that me and you have, and I want to, me and him have, because Nigel's a great dad, and he tough, but he ain't Oh, you bet he ain't my dad. Oh, you ain't no guys coming in here.
I think our
Ain't no
generation are a little
sex.
more relaxed with the parenting. We ain't all tough
Yeah,
like
but
that.
we can get our point across without
without all
being
the
the
punishment.
You
warden.
said y'all. I feel like my generation ain't parents at all.
They out here living their best.
No, they
No,
they
but
late.
see, your generation, and I
Still
don't want to make it
babies.
about that, but they're still babies.
Yeah.
They're still babies,
Yeah.
and then
Kids
you
raising
don't
kids, for sure.
you don't have any worldly experiences. And I'm gonna tell you truthfully, I think I had Naya at 21. I had no worldly
Oh, you was
experiences.
21?
I think I was 21.
Okay.
I was 20 or 21. However, the case was, I had no worldly experiences. But what I did have was people. I had elders,
Mm-hmm.
and I had people that was like, "Yo, no, this is that," and this. So I had a template of people to look at and gather, and then people actually helped me raise my daughter.
Yeah.
So
and
now,
that's
as she's gotten older and we went away, we forged our relationship, and our relationship is our relationship. It's not based on anything else that anyone else had given me. I took everything that everyone given me, and I had learned from it, and I applied that to her and hers and I relationship.
Naya, what up?
I think I'm gonna tell I love y'all.
But man, 21, I wasn't
No,
ready.
man,
Nigga.
he
I wasn't
is.
ready.
I
Yeah,
was-
you had to be ready.
Yeah.
I had to be ready. I'm gonna tell
You
you,
had to be
I'm
ready.
gonna give y'all some real shit. I had to be ready, and I'm glad I had my daughter at the age I had her. My mother wound up passing, I think, a year after I had my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
the same
so
thing what happened with my brother.
that was something that, looking back at it in hindsight, I actually appreciate, because my daughter actually got to grow up with, not grow up, but get to
No.
have some experiences with her Gigi.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Now, so this is the selfish part. I'm gonna be very transparent. The selfish part of me going into it for the past maybe, I think I stopped having this feeling maybe 5 years ago, but however long, 10 years, I didn't want to have any more kids, because I was like, yo, my dad's dead, my mother's dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my kids aren't gonna get to know their grandparents.
Yeah.
That was selfish of me. You looking at it. But as I got married and then I wound up going, I'm like, yo, you know what? Nah, because everything that they gave me, I should be able to instill in that child.
Yeah, I'm about to say they
You
have
know what I'm
known just through you.
Yeah.
But that's what happened with my brother. He had my oldest niece, and I don't even think she was 1 yet. She had to be 1 because he died in December, and my dad had died. And my dad always would scream like, "It's too many girls in his family. It's too many girls in his family." And right after he had my niece, he had my nephew. So my daddy was over to meet my nephew. So it is hard when your parents is not around, and that's what I think about. Cause I'm like, my dad was a dope ass dad, and I'm like,
You know, and this is what I always tell people. People like, why you didn't ever have kids? So, you know, I was like, because I missed out on having that relationship with my biological father. And then when I got older, we started building a relationship. He passed. So I was cheated. I felt like I was cheated twice. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, you know, he wasn't the best. He wasn't in my life, and he wasn't doing what he should have done. But I didn't care about none of this shit. I was like, this is my part. You're a part of me.
Yes.
To help me understand who
That's
I am,
real.
I need to understand. So
yes, I tell
having that,
everybody that.
yeah, like having the time that I was able to like talk to him and kick it with him, I was able to understand. And then also, your parents tell you the real on the family.
Yeah.
Like he put me up on a lot of things, like, you know. So I was like, I understand that. He gave me advice, like he used to always say, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. And I was like, what that mean? Like, don't let no man play you. Like that's that bullshit. Don't let him run you. So I was like, you know. And I still got voicemails in my phone. And he passed in 2016. I still got voicemails in my
That's dope.
phone.
I would do the
Oh,
same.
Yeah, I
thing.
still got him in my phone. You
I
know.
wish.
And a lot of people be like, well, you know, he wasn't a father to you. I'm like, I didn't care about none of I am me because I am part of him. You know, this
I am here because of him.
This strength, yeah,
50%
yeah,
of my makeup is his makeup.
Exactly.
I don't care.
I try and tell people
Yeah.
that.
I'm here because of you.
Yeah, I
So
say
I owe you
80%
something.
of him is me because
Yeah.
I'm more like my dad. I look like my daddy. My sense of direction, everything about me is my daddy.
No, because I'll tell you this: it's certain characteristics of your mom. It's a blend. It really is.
No, and I know
Yeah.
it is a
It's
50-50 regardless.
it's-
I don't know. I just relate to my
I
dad.
think
The
the way I
difference
carry
about
myself, the way
mother.
I handle business, the class, the charisma that I had, and my everyday is my mother, but that my character, my personality, and
Is your
that I ain't for
father.
the bullshit person, and like I ain't for the bullshit. That's my daddy, because he will tell you to go to hell in a minute. And that's what I'm, you know. So all of that, that's why I always tell people I'm like tea and Hennessy. My mom is the green tea, my daddy is the Hennessy. Whichever one you want to get, I can give you both. But I'm more of my mother because that's who raised me and groomed me. You know what I'm saying? But my daddy is that tough ass side of me that you don't want to play with. And I always tell people, so I am my daddy's child. I am, you know, and I don't care about what he did. I just wanted to have that relationship with him because that's my father. You know, most people hold those words like they went in your life, they didn't do nothing. I didn't care about none of that because my mom, God gave my mom the tools she needed to, where my daddy wasn't around to help. So he provided that. You know what I'm saying? My mama, she took care of me. I didn't lack for anything.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
That's
so
the
my
most
mom,
important.
yeah,
I think
I didn't
a
lack for
lot of
anything. My mom did a bomb ass job.
I think a lot of people on that point that you just made, that last point,
Yeah.
they really miss it. Even though he wasn't here, I'm still here because of that person. And a lot of people hold grudges for that. And I can't tell you not to hold grudges or feel how you want to
you
feel, whatever the
can't.
case
Yeah.
You
is.
gotta let people.
But you gotta feel, but understand the reason why you're here is because of that person. And so take in consideration, the one thing that I always said was, and this may be the therapy part, you actually gotta sit here and understand what the fuck that person was going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your parents go through
And it's tough.
It's
But
tough,
you gotta-
but
you gotta
you
go
really,
through
you
it.
really have to.
You gotta
Yeah.
understand.
You really gotta go into
To
that
understand
because
that come with age.
Because with my dad and my mom, I'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck
My
did
mom,
that
yeah, like my
happen?
mom, her childhood, she didn't have a silver spoon. My dad definitely did, and
Yeah.
by me talking to him and him telling me, I was able to understand. Like you really didn't know how to be a father to me because you had no one be a father to you. My mom,
he was
you did
behind
that-
the line.
yeah.
That's why I had to shoot my dad bail
Yeah.
because his dad
Yeah.
wasn't the greatest
Yeah.
motherfucker or did
Yeah.
They
certain
didn't.
stuff.
You just look at it. They didn't have the role models at that time, and then the infrastructure of the people that they had around them at that time. I can't. I'm only speaking in hindsight. I can't say it was the best or it wasn't the best. I'm just saying I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
this might not have been the motherfucker that you needed to take advice from. You get what I'm saying? But that's
Yeah.
hindsight.
Yeah.
Now, living through it is something else because as we get older, our children's children might be like, yo, you really took advice from that nigga? You know what I'm saying? That might not have been the best person that you took advice from. It's evolution. And I think I said this on the episode prior to, there's no fucking manuscript on how to be a parent.
Sure.
guys.
You gotta just wing it and
that's
figure
why
it
I
out.
say you gotta give your parents a break sometimes because you gonna want your kids to give you a break because you figuring it out too.
Yeah.
Like if you have, my mom was 20, my dad was 20. They didn't know probably, and like I
They
said,
didn't know.
they didn't come from families where they had silver spoons.
Yeah.
And when I talk to my mom, I'm able to understand why she made moves the way she do for me and my siblings because she giving us what she didn't have. And my father talking to him made me help me understand him as a person and why he went through the things he went through. And I was able to forgive that part, but I also am firm in making people take accountability. Like
Yeah.
I understand what you went through, but you still
Need to be
you
accountable
still need to
for
be
your
accountable
actions.
on how I
like
missed
that.
out on
Yeah.
how I missed out and how I suffered because you was just selfish and doing whatever you want to do. But people tell me all the time, I'm like, I don't care what my daddy did, I'm his legacy.
Yeah.
So I don't care what he did. My accomplishment, my goal, I'm his living legacy.
Yeah.
So I live on. You know what I'm saying? Me living, he's living on
He's
through
living,
me.
he's
So
living
you don't
through
care
me.
about what he did,
Yeah.
what type of person he was, but I'm his daughter. So my accomplishment and how I carry myself, I'm a representation
Yeah.
of him and my mother. So that's how I feel.
And I tell my dad, like, my thing is, I can't criticize you for something that my sons can't criticize me for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, my thing is, I strive to be the perfect dad. But if they ever come to me and say, hey, I just want to talk to you about something, I gotta take that. And I can take it.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to tell me, and to this day, I still tell my sons, hey, what's up? What's going on? Am I being the dad that I'm supposed to be? Now, if you don't say it, like I tell my sons, you don't vent and say it, that's on you. But if I'm asking you, it's for you to tell me. Because I know I'm not giving you the time you deserve. But if in order for your life to be this way, your kids' life to be this way, I have to do what I have to do. You gotta sacrifice.
I'm
at
gonna
times.
say, I'm gonna say this: the word "perfect." I try not to use that when it comes to parenting because it's
Yeah.
gonna be so many.
You gonna fall
motherfuckers.
short.
You're gonna fall short.
Nobody's
I'm trying to be the best dad for you that I can be, and and in the process of me doing that, and I'm doing something wrong, tell me. This is the conversation I had to have with my daughter the other day. I said, look, she did something. And I said, you strip away my power by doing what you did. I need you to involve me more and feel comfortable enough to involve me more. You feel comfortable enough to tell me about 90% of this shit. The 90% is good. I need that 10 the 10 is more important than the 90 to me. Because the 10 is
That's
the
a
shit
fact.
that you're gonna fucking get into, and the shit that I might be blindsided to, and I can't protect you from it. And the moment I feel I can't protect you from it is the moment I feel like I'm less than as a father. You get what I'm saying? So that was the conversation I had to have with her, because I really need to know that 10. And you don't have to give me the whole 10. You can keep a fucking percent to yourself.
I agree.
Give me the 9. Give me the 9 or give me the 8. But at least give me some of that fucking 10. Because I went to a situation and I was blinded by it. I was like, yo, what the and the shit angered me, but I said I can't get angered because you was doing it because you didn't want to disappoint me. But let me deal with my disappointment.
Yeah.
Let me deal with that. But let me have your back, because I'm always gonna have your back in anything. Now when it's just you and I ain't gonna have your back. I'm gonna let you hear everything that I fucking need to hear.
Yeah.
But going into a situation, don't ever leave me blindsided. And I was blindsided by a situation. I was pissed off about it. I swear I was so angry by it. But
I tell my mom every day, I want her to know what's going on with me, because if anybody needs
But-
something, I need you to, and I say, not every single thing, because some stuff I believe you don't need to tell nobody but you keep that to yourself. But the important thing,
that's your mama.
your dad, I get it.
And
It's a different type
it's a different when you apply a certain situation as a girl with your dad. It's a little different. That's
yeah,
like
that's what I missed out on.
Yeah.
So I missed out on that. So I can't relate to that. You know what I'm saying? So my mom was both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what I feel like that's one thing I'm like, damn, I missed out on it. Like, I got that later. I was an adult and he giving me the tools and the info, the knowledge that I needed him for. And it's like, I tackled with being upset with him at some point. I used to be pissed off. Like, how dare you call me after, you want to call and talk to me after I'm already grown and my mom did all the work. And, now you want to come and reap the benefits. But I'm like, you know what? That's me. This is what I'm saying is you in me. So that's how I was able to bond with my father, like with the ways and the things that, the similarities that we had. But yeah, I know you're saying like your daughter, she's a female, so something she may not feel as comfortable with
Telling
talking.
me.
My sister's like that. Like, she'll talk to my mom about a lot of stuff, and her dad might be like, I'm the last to know, or why y'all ain't tell me. And it's something she probably will never know, because my sister just
I don't need to
I-
know everything.
I kind of agree or disagree. I feel like it depends on the
the
relationship.
situation too.
Because the small amount, my dad was in my life till I was 14.
Okay.
The bond I had with my dad, because my dad was just so more understanding than my mom, I would talk to my dad more than I would talk to my mom.
So it just depends. I don't know. See, I really can't speak to it because I
I
didn't
just
have that
want
experience. I don't
give
know.
me if you giving me 90 somewhere, give me an equal amount of that 10%,
You gotta, but
because I need that.
I will say this because I watched this with my sister. Me and my sister had we used to have a little friction. You have to allow them to come to you. You have to let them be comfortable. They have to be comfortable.
And
They're
that-
teenagers
and
too,
that's- that's
Yeah, I'm
what
gonna say
I'm
she's
Yeah,
going
she's
through that.
gonna-
She's
yeah.
going through it.
Yeah.
She's going into, how old is she?
15.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
she
she's about to go into a whole
wait till she gets there. My
different
sister was
stage.
17. She tried to get snapped outside. Girl.
When they start feeling
But
themselves.
I had to I was
You
like,
said,
what
yeah,
is
but-
this? But I had to remember, this is my sister, this is my baby. I'm like, but she from, I think it was from 16 to 18, maybe 9. Yeah, she's 20. That little 16, 17 stage.
Yeah.
She was getting smart with everybody. Attitude was stank. But then
They start
it was
feeling
stank.
themselves.
That attitude was stank. You couldn't say nothing to her. Anytime you try to help her or give her something, I'm like, okay. But now, she's sweet as pie. She respectful. She don't have nothing.
I
Yeah.
feel like those ages, 16, 17,
Yeah.
18, it's just like something just clicked
I'm
in the
telling you,
wrong
my
spot.
sister was 17. She got flipped with me. I said, "Oh no, girl, not me." I was like, "Oh no, not me." Yeah, but then I was like, "That was how I was," because she
That's
was
just like
she
my little
snatched on
sister.
me.
Yeah, and I adopted my little sister. And I known her since she was 16, 17, 18, Taylor. Whoo, child. But now she about to be 20, and I'm like,
That is
okay,
a whole
you
different
changed a
vibe.
little bit, but
So
girl.
you get the reach, just gotta let her.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and she just got to grow into it. My biggest thing with her is respect, and so what I told my daughter is the craziest shit is my daughter is like a fucking mirror image of myself,
I
And
think
so
that'd be the part that really gets you.
That's what I just
That's the
said.
part that
Remember
really
the way
gets
I
you.
was tripping on my daddy? I'm like, this that crazy that I got from you because I got that
Yeah,
crazy.
she's you.
Yeah.
And so I try and tell her that. With that being said, I'm like, your mother may not see it. I identify with it. So I'm able to talk to you because I identify with it. But if you hold me in the dark, I can't tell you what the fuck is coming behind what it is that you're doing.
But you ain't gonna. I think too in this, baby, I'm not a mother, but I was a child, and I know I did sneaky shit that my mama didn't know about, and I had to face those repercussions.
No, you gonna learn. You
Yeah,
gonna
you
learn.
just ain't gonna know.
But
Like
just afford me the opportunity to give
Ain't
you.
gonna do
Listen,
it. Sometimes-
the red, the Matrix, the red or the blue pill, which one, whatever one you choose, because you have a choice. And this is the conversation that I had with her, and this stems off a conversation that I had with my older brother. We all have choices. We have choices in life.
do.
You can either you can go this direction, that direction, or you can just be neutral
Yeah.
your whole life. You have a choice in the matter, but it's on you to make that choice. I can't make that choice for her, nor would I try to make that choice for her. It's on her. I can tell her everything to try and prevent her from going down path B or path A, and she might say, "Well, you know what? Fuck it. You told me what's down here. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna experience. I'm just to be curious, and I'm gonna experience it. And I have to allow you to do that. But I still need to be there at the end of this, and say, all right, I can help you through this.
Yep. That's right.
But the moment you strip away that motherfucking choice from me, and you don't involve me, then I'm looking and you like, yo, daddy, I'm going through this, and then you went through damn near the whole alphabet, and you had motherfucking W, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck happened all the way
We just complicated, and sometimes we just like I said last time, we just hard headed. We just like to do shit that we know gonna get us in a bad space. I don't know why. That's just part of being a female. Like we be knowing and we listen, we take the advice, but we just women. We just gotta do our own.
You want to
little
do your
shit.
own thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like it could just be me, but I feel like the things that we may want, not always the things that we need.
Yeah.
And we can never distinguish the two.
Yeah, okay.
So we go after what we want, especially in men.
And then it's a
just-
different time too. Like you got the internet, so you know the kids they on the internet, they influenced by social media, they influenced by the TV. So it's kind of hard. Back in the day when we were growing up in the we're 80s baby, so we were growing up. It wasn't none of all that, social media. We had only so many things we could do.
Oh, we still had to hang up.
Yeah.
On people. We was blocking people by
that teacher about the phone.
Hang up.
Knock that bitch off the hook.
Ain't no do not
Unplug the
disturb.
phone from the
Yeah.
motherfucking jack.
Oh, ain't no ringing for nothing.
Yeah, ain't no blocking on the phone or do
The
not
phone
disturb.
ain't ringing 5
That's
hours.
what Star 67 can.
Start
I'm
seeing
sorry.
car like
Need
DK.
to they
Yeah,
age.
that color ID looking like the batteries in here.
Take that battery
Take
out.
that battery out.
Bitch, they
Take
like
that
turn
battery
on
out.
me.
Yeah, erase the stuff.
yeah,
I used to
yeah.
erase stuff because I didn't want my mom. Like if I was in trouble, I did something stupid.
Yeah.
I had to call and then take the straight up.
It ain't called between 3 and 5.
Yeah.
3 to 5, because they wasn't working overtime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna answer every phone. Hello, how you doing?
Mrs. Johnson,
And
yes.
then I used
know
to
we have
listen. When you talking about your daughter, cause see, I didn't do all and I didn't try to force my mama's name on some shit. I didn't get in trouble.
Do she though?
Yeah, she
I know.
Listen, I didn't do all. Listen,
Shit.
that's just what you do. We women.
Listen,
I brought a progress report home with motherfucking D's, and they got
Turn them
and
into
I-
something else.
No, I put a signature on it.
Yeah, I was-
Hey, that was me. Yep.
Oh, I had
Signed
my
off
mama's
on it.
signature
Hey,
on
look,
package
only
on
thing
everything.
fucked me up was the I.
Bye.
And the motherfucker, the teacher, I forget his name. I was in Arizona at this time, and he was like, "Any other time your parents sign this, the I has a little indicia above it." I said, well, they might have forgot this time. That motherfucker called the house. I was mad. He called the house right while I was there. For
I'd
I.
have been like, listen here, you FBI agent.
Yeah.
You
I
fucking sit here and
always
look
get
at
caught.
somebody's
I
handwriting.
got caught when I forged my mother.
You got caught?
Yes, girl.
I got my mama's signature down.
My
Packed
mama
by the
was
8th grade.
good for some punishments. You can't do this for 2 weeks. You can't get your hair done for a week. Can't go outside. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's-
see,
that
would be your
my hair
punishment.
done.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing with my daughter right now. I'm trying to teach her though. The one thing that I tell Naya is there is consequences for your actions, and I need you to understand this now as you're growing. before you become an adult.
Yeah.
You just can't, because my daughter has that tendency. She do like me. She has no filter. I'm gonna speak my mind. Fuck
When's her
it.
birthday?
February 1st.
Oh, she's Aquarius,
Yeah.
you think? We always got a fucking opinion.
So she
And
got
it don't stop.
She got no fucking filter, and she gonna shoot. She gonna get what was that? What was the movie with Omar Epps and Ice Cube? Was it Waist Deep? Was it Waist?
Higher learning.
Higher learning.
No, not that one. Not Ice Cube. LL Cool J.
In Too Deep.
In Too Deep.
Yeah,
When the
that
nigga
was
shot
my
off the whole gun out and he was like, yo,
Yeah.
pass me the ooh, that's my daughter. She'll bust every motherfucking shot.
Yeah,
And then
one
be like,
year
hand me
ago.
another. And I'm like,
She
yo.
had unload the
Yeah.
clip and another one and another
Yeah,
one.
and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
And so she
But
ready to
that's
fight.
her. Cause once she go, she just gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, little one, I need you to understand. Go at the time that it needs to be gone.
Yeah.
You just can't shoot, motherfucker, all just. And
She's probably she Aquarius. We misunderstood. We mean well, but we just don't poke the beast and the bear. Just
Well,
once
you
we
ain't
let
gotta
off-
poke. You ain't gotta poke.
Just-
All you gotta do is look at her right now, and she ready to go.
Oh,
She on 10.
Oh,
She
yeah.
a high head.
Yeah.
She on 10.
Yeah, but I think that too. I know for me, things that I would do when I was younger, it was because of I was going kids feel some type of way. Like when you co-parenting, we be mad. Like you would be
Yeah.
mad. You gotta be with your daddy and your mama, and
Yeah.
then especially if you're in
I
a
didn't care about
household.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't care about that. I'm a
Yeah.
boy. I didn't care.
I told
I didn't
her.
wanna-
I told her
I
I had to hold a conversation with her, and I really had to tell her I apologize for her because she was brought here and she wasn't asked to be
had no
brought.
choice
She
on
had no
what
choice
happened.
about it. And I said the things that happened with me and your mother, that was something that we can control, and it had nothing to do with you. And I want you to take that, and I want you to hear that this has nothing to do with our relationship. And at the time, she wasn't living with me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do everything that I possibly could do to make her feel as if she was in my house or I was still there present with her.
Yeah.
And it even with her being in my house now, I still have to do certain things. You get what I'm saying?
To
Just to
make
make
her
her feel comfortable
Yeah.
and relax and let her hair
I
down.
know all about it. I grew up in a household. My brother and sister always had my mom, they dad. So I've always was the addition, or and then I have my stepbrother, but I don't consider my stepbrother. My parents been together since he was one. So we're the ones that don't have that common, denominator. Like my brother and sister, I always tell them like, y'all blessed. I got no, mom and dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel some type of way, but I'm like, I wish I had that
They
experience.
never give a fuck about
Yeah,
that.
I felt
They
some
don't
type of way.
care.
And that's the same thing she's going through.
I care. They didn't
her
care.
mom has
Her mom has
Yep.
has another child that
she with the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And-
that makes
and
a
that- and
difference.
that's-
It's
and that's
kind of
what
like
she's
a
going
resentment. Not to say like you're mad, but it's like, damn, you don't have that same feeling because you're
How
the
old is
child.
she?
Yeah.
I think legally it'd be 3 in September or
Oh,
something.
you know what?
And my mom
Yeah.
has, and even to this day, I always feel like my mom has always made sure that I always had shit
Yep.
the same or more.
Yep.
Like I feel like, and
I
I
do
even
the
feel
same.
like to this day, she always
I do the same.
overcompensate because I feel like as a mother, she just probably feel like, damn, Kiana wasn't asked to go through this, and
That's
I always
dope,
felt
though.
that. But I feel like my mom, like even to this day, my mom gonna make sure she do something for me, and I be like, I don't bother her, but she wanna make sure I'm good.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
didn't
like,
feel
yeah.
no way about having a mom and a dad because I did until my dad died. I just didn't like the fact that, and my dad, because my dad was so lax and laid back. I'd be like, all right, Dad, I might go to my friend's house. My friend lived right around the corner. My mama, on the other hand, she was like a
what?
damn warden. So that was the only
Girl,
reason
my
why I
stepdaddy
felt
was like that. My mom was
away.
chill. He was like, oh, nope, she ain't going nowhere. She
Just
they get picked
no.
up. It's a curfew. It's a curfew. They ain't had nobody. Now my siblings, they had all the freedom, but me, no freedom. Like I had freedom.
You was
but
the oldest though. You
But-
was the oldest.
but
Yeah,
I
no,
got
you was
all
the
the
oldest.
strictness.
Yeah, no,
It's
no.
always
That's
like
how
that.
But that's how
Jesus.
because we have to
I
learn. We have to.
nothing.
See, I
My
don't
daughter
believe
gonna tell me she gonna. I ain't. All jokes aside, she'll probably tell me once I get to having more children. She'll probably be like, "Yo, you do it so much easier with them than you did with me." But with her is it's a learning experience.
I got all the
You
strictness.
you kind of the test dummy.
I'm like, damn, I can't even breathe for extra 5 minutes outside.
Yeah,
It's
No.
always
And it's
easier
curfew,
towards
I
the
got
end.
Look
to
towards the end.
Man, like I can't get an extra 5
But-
minutes.
Like I told
But
her.
no, that's what my
So-
brothers say that all the time. They say I had it the easiest.
Right.
I was able to do
Yeah.
stuff that they wasn't able to do.
No, my sisters, they definitely didn't have shit to do, so they was good. But thank you guys for tuning in to the Wow That's Crazy episode.
Thank you guys.
Wow That's Crazy podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, before we leave, guys might be missing out on Nigel, so I want to let Nigel say what Nigel's doing and what Nigel's doing. Our music mogul is gonna do his thing. So Nigel.
So I'll be absent for a few episodes here in the near future. Schedule's got a little conflicted. I will tell you, our first release is 6/4/2021. Life of the Party, SB3 Juan. We're getting ready to promote that. Chili the Kid Hendrix is next. Soul Capone is next. The Real Sleaze is next. And then we're going into Rito Santana's project next. So if you don't see me, just know that I'm working, but I'll try and be here as much as I possibly can. I love you guys.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, artists. Sell those records. Bring it in, guys.
Bring it in.
I wish all you guys the best. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for tuning in to the Wow That's Crazy podcast. Peace.